What up, my dudes, and welcome back to another Movie Monday. Guys, this week on a Wednesday, on a hump day. Hello, happy hump day. So this week, I am talking about this movie that I watched, and it literally stuck in my brain. I'd never heard of it before. It is streaming on Shudder right now, my dudes. I'm talking about the movie Calvaire. Okay, so this is a French horror movie from 2004. It is streaming on Shudder right now, and it was so good. I needed this. You know when you just need a movie where you're just like, well, that was bleak. That was this movie. And it leaves it kind of like open-ended. Anyways, we'll start off about what this freaking movie is about. So basically you have this guy who's like an entertainer, and he's basically traveling home to try and hang out with his family, I guess. And of course his car breaks down in like some rural area in, I guess, France. I'm not sure. I'm assuming. And basically, like, right away, like, his first encounter is whack. It's, like, pouring rain. It's dark out. And there's this gentleman who's like, have you seen my dog? And he's like, no, I haven't seen your dog, but, like, can you help me? Like, my car's broken down. And he's just like, but have you seen my dog? Like, you can kind of tell this guy might be, like, maybe he's a bit slow. Something, you know, something's off. And, like, the entertainer's just basically pressing to be like, I heard there's an inn somewhere close by. Can you help me out? Finally, this guy agrees, and he takes him to the inn, which is basically him and his brother's home. Okay. All these movies, eh? Like, when you see these people traveling, it's like, don't stop. You want to, fingers crossed, you know how to change your tire. You have a freaking backup battery in your car. You have, I don't know, a location device on you. Especially in a French horror film. Anyways, so we get to this guy's house/inn, and he's basically super welcoming. So you have the you know, the brother that he saw on the road who's like a tad slow and always looking for his dog. And then you have the brother who's trying to quote unquote run this inn. And he seems like, again, super welcoming. He's like, oh my God, let me cook you food. Oh, we're going to get this all set up. They have a great supper together. They speak to each other. And then you finally have that moment. And, like, I was waiting for it. I'm like, this is a French freaking horror film. Shit's gonna go down. It's just, like, when, okay? So, they're basically having supper. And you get to this point, like, the guy's basically like, oh my God, you're an artist. Like, I love artists. Like, I feel so much for them. I relate to them. And they start getting on this conversation, and he all of a sudden kind of brings up, he used to have a wife, and when he had his wife, he was so much more funny. He used to be a comedian. You don't really get much background about that other than that, okay? And then he was kind of like, rather than the guy, like, he's like, I want to go up, I want to go to bed, like, the mechanic will deal with my car tomorrow, like, I just need to get some rest. And he's like, no, like, can you at least, like, sing me a song? Like, you're an entertainer. And you have this super awkward moment. And that is that moment. At least in my opinion, that's the moment when I knew, like, shit's going down. It was just that feeling of, like, him, like, pressing him, like, try harder. Sing with more passion. And you're just like, it's so awkward, guys. And you feel it's so tense. Anyways, fantastic moment. And the following day he like wakes up and like he's like, you know, still dealing with his car, can't figure it out. And he's like, do me a favor, you know, if you're gonna walk around the forest, no problem. Like, they're in the boonies somewhere, right? But the man, Bartel, whose in it is like, do not go to the village. And he's just like, you know, in his mind, like, you can tell he's just trying to find a way so he could quickly get out of there and obviously get to his freaking family thing, right? Of course he goes into the village, and what do you see? Guys, like, right away, like, freaking people, pork and pigs? Yeah. So, like, right away you're like, okay, what's the bad situation? Is it the outsiders, or is it the insider? Like, what's gonna happen? I am not gonna spoil this movie, because this movie was a treat. Again, super dark film. I highly suggest this not for kids. This isn't one of those, like, fun 80s ones. This is like a, ooh, like... Yeah. This is a great film. Anyways, I'd love to know what you guys thought. Again, a very dark watch. This isn't like a pick-me-up. It is pretty brutal. And just the context of it, guys, is like, it's dark. I hadn't seen this done yet. I mean, you could say it almost has like a Misery vibe to it, but not. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. You guys have a wicked rest of your week. I am so happy to be sharing this with you, and I really want to know what you guys thought about this movie, because, like, legit, it warmed my little spooky heart. Thank you again for being subscribed if you are, and if you're not, get on it. Be a part of the fam. Have a wicked rest of your week, and we'll see you guys soon.